put this here. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. It looks... Yep. Here we go. That way. There we go. Good morning, everybody. It's still morning. Welcome to Labor of Love, Fitness and Wellness. I'm Cindy. We have Deborah and Tim in the background. This is our gentle yoga class, chair-based yoga mostly. And I like to take the time and go through all the joints in the body for the anti-rheumatic benefits. I'm going to sit here, grounding ourselves. And then breathe in and out gently, allowing the back of the chair to support you if you'd like. Checking in, feeling the support of the chair beneath you, your feet on the floor. Much better, Deborah. Nope, that's perfect. There was a fan in the background that was quite noisy. All right, we're gonna take a nice big breath in here. And breathe it out. And we're gonna breathe it in. Breathe it out. And the next time, as we breathe it in, bring our hands through heart center in prayer. We'll remain here for a few moments as we set our intention. What would you like to attract into your life? Just meditate on that for a moment. Setting that intention, we're going to breathe it in and bring it through heart center. And I'm going to sit forward about halfway in my seat, placing my hands on the tops of my knees here, and we're just going to gently make a circle, rotating the upper body. Nice and easy. Just softening. Just try to relax throughout the body. One more time in this direction, and then we'll reverse. Reversing the direction, we'll go about 4 times. No rush, taking your time. A couple of more. One more time around. From there, we can bring it to center, step our feet a little bit wider, and move right on into a seated spinal wave here as we're rounding towards the back. And then bringing it forward, flattening the back out as we lengthen the spine, hinging forward. Pushing it back, rounding out. No rush. I'm going to do 2 more. You can extend it a little longer, make it a little slower if that is calling out to you. If you move a little slower, if you do a little less than what we do, that's okay. All right, bringing it to center. Bring those feet back in. I'm going to start with the upper body, bringing the chin down and into the upper chest. Relaxing your shoulders and your arms. And then looking up towards the ceiling, bringing that chin up. Moving through that range of motion about 4 times total. Breathe freely and comfortably. One more. You can close your eyes or soften your gaze. And then from there, bringing it back to center, facing forward. We'll rotate the head and the neck, looking over and behind one shoulder. And then rotating to the opposite side, looking behind the other shoulder. And then one more each side. Last time, other side. Facing forward, bringing it to center once again. From there, we'll gently bring one ear down towards one shoulder as we relax our arms, relaxing our shoulders, remaining centered. Then up and over to the other side. Gonna hang out here. Up and over one more time each side. And last time, other side. And bring it back to center, facing forward. Bring your chin down towards the top of the chest, and then we're going to roll that chin over towards one shoulder, looking down at the floor past that shoulder, and then we'll roll it to the other side, taking our time, looking down past that shoulder to the floor, and then back and forth we go one more time. Not forcing it, being gentle. From there, let's connect that top half of the circle. So we're going to look up to the ceiling, across, and then down briefly past that shoulder, looking down, and then up we go, across the ceiling, back to the other side. And look down. And then let's bring it back to center, facing forward. I'm going to sit back in my chair, allowing it to support my back. And I'm going to relax my arms down at my sides and then shrug those shoulders up towards my ears. And then lower them down, reaching the fingertips to the floor. And shrugging those shoulders up towards the ears. And then back down, reaching to the floor. 2 more times. Breathe with it. So maybe you want to breathe in when you shrug up and then breathe out as you reach down. Or you could do the opposite. Last time, here we go. From there, we're gonna roll those shoulders. So we'll shrug, bring them up, send them back, down, and around forward. This direction 4 times. And then breathe with it. If you can, relax into it. Gotta unlock all the body parts. Breaking up all the fuzz. I just imagine it's kind of like Velcro when it gets stuck, and if you don't move it, then it stays. When we get down to the bottom, reverse the direction. So send those arms and those shoulders back, up, forward, down, and around. 4 times total. Two more. And then breathe gently with it. And then from there, send our hands and our arms out in front. We're going to circle the hands in one direction, nice and easy. Making circles with your fingertips in the air. If your shoulders get tired, you can lower your hands and your arms. And reverse the direction, circling opposite. And breathe. And I check in with your jaw. Make sure you're relaxed. All the muscles around your eyes, through your face. Just relax. And from there, we'll point and flex the hands and the fingers up and then back down and in. Take your time. And maybe you'd like to breathe in when you point up. Breathe out when you bring them down. And then from there, let's open wide, both hands out in front. Open a little bit wider, breathe in. Gently closing, breathe out. Open wide, breathe in. And breathe out, closing. 2 more times. Opening wide, the hands and the fingers, breathing in. Breathing out, closing. Not into tight fists, just gentle fists. Open 1 more time. Breathe in. Breathe out, closing. I'm going to take one hand out in front, palms facing outwards and away, and gently bring that thumb down and away from the index finger. Nice gentle pressure. Flip the palm up to face the ceiling, bringing the index finger gently down. Downward pressure. Moving on to the middle finger. and ring finger. Breathe easy. Pinky. And then lower that hand, send the other one out, palms facing out and away. Same series of exercises, bringing that thumb down and away from the index finger. Flip the palm to face the ceiling. Gentle downward pressure on the index finger. Moving to the middle finger. And ring finger. And the pinky. And shake it out. Let's move our awareness from the hands and the wrists to the elbows. So I'm going to take my hand and support the upper arm of the other, and you'll make a sweepy motion, kind of an oval shape with your hand, supporting the upper arm, keeping it from moving too much so you get as much movement in the elbow as possible. Kind of bend your hand as it crosses in front of your face. Try to keep that upper arm as stationary as possible. We'll reverse the direction. Make that sweepy oval out and around 4 times. One more time around. And the same thing, opposite arm, supporting the upper arm, keeping it as stationary as possible. The arm will make that sweepy movement in an oval shape, out and around. Our focus is on the elbow. One more in this direction. And reverse 4 times, opposite direction. One more. And then allow your arms to drop down at your sides. And then we're going to bring the hands up, touch the top of the shoulders, and then open. Here we might want to breathe in. And then breathe out, closing. Touch the top of the shoulders. And then breathe in or out when the hands are going in one direction, changing it when the hands go the opposite direction. And this next time, leave your hands on top of your shoulders. And we'll move from the elbows to the shoulders, making circles out with those elbows at our sides. Try to make the most of your range of motion in the shoulders, as long as it doesn't cause any pain. I'm going to go about 1 more time in this direction. Relax into it. Move those arms, move those elbows. Reversing the direction about 4 times. Here we go. Allow it to be meditative, where you're just really bringing your awareness to the moves that you're making. And then allow the arms to be down at your side again. We're going to bend the elbows, keep them bent at a 90-degree angle. And here, focusing on the shoulders, we're going to bring those elbows up, straight up, and then bring them down and in. Trying to move each joint in as many different directions as it can possibly move. Keeping everything unlocked and flowing. And how high you raise your arms is up to you and your body's ability. And bringing it down. Relax the arms. Take a nice big breath in. And out. And breathe it in again. And out. From there, we're going to move into a nice little side crunch on one side, reaching towards the floor, and then bring it back to center. 5 times total. You can breathe out as you crunch to the side. Breathe in as you rise up. I'm going 2 more. And 1. Switching our awareness to the other side, side crunching over, gently reaching towards the floor, bringing it back to center. 5 times total. Taking our time. And breathe. You can close your eyes or soften your gaze. Take a breath in and out. Okay, from here we're going to do a nice little easy torso twist. So you can take the back of the hand to the outside of the opposite thigh or to the inside, whatever works for you. Look around. And breathe a couple of times in and out here. Relax into it. And then gently, same thing to the opposite side. Looking around and breathe. Another breath in and out. All right. Facing forward. I'm going to sit forward a bit here. Stepping those feet wide. I'm going to move into a seated cat-cow. So I'm really going to put my hands on my knees, pull myself forward, lengthening the spine, flattening the back. Then I'm going to push back, rounding it out. And then bring it forward one more time. And rounding it out. Okay, bringing our awareness to the feet. Sit back, allow the back of the chair to support you. So I'm going to raise both feet and circle those feet around both at the same time. 4 times in one direction. You can make a circle in the air with the toes. And reverse. Remember taking your time. When you finish your circle, move in, point those toes out and away, and then flex back and in. Out and away, back and in. I'm going to do 2 more. One more. Bringing it back. Point the soles of the feet in towards each other as your legs are outstretched in front of you. And then rotate the soles of the feet out and away. And then back and in. You're doing a rotation. Side to side. Okay, setting those feet down, we'll move our awareness up to our knees, fully extending one leg out long in front. And then if you have room under your chair, bend it as you retract it back. You have room, full extension, out and away, and then retract it back. Focus is on the knee. One more. Setting that one down. And do the same thing on the opposite leg, that knee, extend the leg, retract it back. Full extension, and retract. 2 more. Breathe with it. All right, I'm going to sit forward a bit here. We're going to hold the thigh. We're going to stabilize it and circle that foot out and around so we get a different type of movement in the knee. It's kind of like the elbow. It doesn't really move much side to side. So I'm going to do 4. I'm going to do 1 more, circling it around. And I'm going to reverse and go 4 times in the opposite direction. Stabilizing the thigh, trying to keep it from moving too much so we get more of the movement as much as we can in the knee. And setting that one down. Doing the same thing. Stabilize that thigh, circle that foot out and around up in the air. And just getting a different type of movement in the knee. And reverse. Couple more. Setting that leg down. From the knees, we'll move up to the hips. I'm going to step those feet out wide. Sit up nice and tall here, allowing the hips to open. And then we can add pressure to the insides of the thighs, moving them out and away. And release. And then moving it out and away a little bit more. And release. And while we're here, I'm going to dip a shoulder down and across. And I hang out here for a moment or two and breathe. Bring it to center and move it to the other side. Kind of hang out. We're not in a rush. Take your time. Take it as far as what feels right for you. And bring it to center. We're going to do that again over, but if you want to do the same thing, or you can just kind of grab that lower leg, change it up just a little bit, and breathe. Using your hands on the tops of your thighs to support you as you push yourself up, to be able to do the same thing on the other side. Here we go. You can do the same or change it up, kind of grab that lower leg and go down and in. And supporting yourself as you push yourselves up. There we go. All right, bring those feet together. And from there, focusing on the hip once again. This time, with the assistance of our hands, we're going to move that knee in a circle so we get that circular motion in the hip joint. Taking our time, I want to make sure I take advantage of my full range of motion. Go as far as I can, trying to make a nice big circle. And then doing the same thing, opposite direction. Just let that lower leg and foot follow along, just kind of going along for the ride as you circle that knee around. A couple more times. And setting that leg down. Do the same thing on the opposite one. Let that lower leg follow along. Circle that knee in the air so we can get the nice circular motion in the hip. And reverse. I'm going about 4 times in the opposite direction. This is just taking time out, for self-care. It's very important, especially as we get on in years. We can get away with the abuse and neglect when we're younger, but when we get older, we gotta spend more time with that self-care, hopefully on a daily basis. All right, from there, we can take this front leg, one lower leg in front of the other. Allow the knees just to kind of move out and away, relax. And then hinging forward, just let the knees move away from each other. And then round it out. Relax those knees out. And then bring it forward, little spinal wave, the hips open, round it out. And from there, I'm going to sit up with the legs crossed, the lower legs crossed. I'm going to do another little torso twist. And breathe. And rotate to the opposite side. Now, if at any time the twisting doesn't agree with you, move on to doing something different that your body likes. Okay, switch it out. The other leg comes in front, and we're going to gently rotate. Do that upper body twist. And same thing, opposite side, one more time. Okay. Uncross those legs. I'm going to let one leg come up over the top of the other. Sit up, just relax and breathe here for a moment. You can add gentle downward pressure to the inside of the thigh and breathe. And then giving that knee a hug, leaving it diagonal across the body. And then setting it down. Here, hinging forward nice and easy. Bring it back. And then hinge forward one more time. And bring it back. Set that leg down. Do the same thing with the other. Sit up, relax, sit up nice and tall right here. Let the leg relax and breathe. An option is giving some downward pressure to the inside of the thigh. And give that knee a hug. Breathe through the stretch. And then letting it down. Get yourself centered and hinge forward gently. These are all suggestions. They're just different options. Bring it back to center and set that leg down. Okay, from there we're going to turn sideways. Let one knee lower down towards the floor off the edge of the chair there. Feel the stretch. Allow that leg and that hip flexor to just lengthen down towards the floor. Raising our hands out in front. Reach, hinge forward, reaching towards the opposite side of the room. And then gently bring it back into a back bend. Feel the stretch across the top of the thigh, through the hip. And then one more time, reach it forward. Bring it back to center. Let those hands float up towards the ceiling. You can add a back bend if you'd like. And then bring it back down. Open the hands from side to side. Looking over that forward hand, let that hand float up towards the ceiling. The other one comes down towards the floor, reaching in opposite directions gently. You can look past your fingertips to the ceiling and then bring them back side to side. Look over that back hand. That one's a little harder. Flip that palm up, let it float up to the ceiling, You can come down onto the forearm on the top of your thigh. You're looking past your fingers to the ceiling, or you can fully extend that bottom hand and arm, reaching both hands out straight, ceiling to floor, and then bring it back to center. Bring those arms down, bring that leg in, and rotate to the opposite side. I'm going to do the same series of movements. And I forgot the side bend, but we'll do that here before we quit. Just relax here, allowing the knee to drop down towards the floor. You'll feel the lengthening through the thigh and the hip flexor there. And breathe. Sending those arms and those hands out in front. Reach as you hinge forward to that opposite wall. And then you can bring it back to center. You can do a little back bend if you'd like, or not. Hinge forward, reach, and bring it back. Send the hands up towards the ceiling. Here you can do more of a back bend as an option, and then bring it down, straight out in front of you. And here we go one more time. Up towards the ceiling, looking up, and back down. Here, open those hands and arms side to side. You're looking over that forward hand. Flip the palm up, let it float up to the ceiling. The other one comes down. Look past those fingertips up to the ceiling. And then bring it back side to side. Look over that backhand. Here we go. Flip that palm up, let it float up to the ceiling. You can rest on your forearm across the top of your thigh with one as you reach the ceiling with the other, or fully extend, reaching the fingertips, ceiling to floor. And here we go. We're going to bring it back side to side. Relax the arms. Bring that leg in. Okay, well, I do the side bend. So let that knee drop down again. One more time, grab the back of your chair. A little rusty after 2.5 weeks or whatever it is, huh? All right, send that arm forward, up, overhead, then side bend over the back of that chair. There we go. And then straighten it up. Bring that arm forward and down. We're not finished yet. Here we go. We're going to send that hand and that arm up again. One more time, side bend over. Now change the orientation of your upper body, reaching like you're going diagonal across the room towards a corner. And then bring it back over. Side bend, straighten it up, bring it back down. We got to make the other side match, so here we go. That's it, we can't be lopsided. Grab the back of your chair. We're facing in the opposite direction, sending that arm and that hand up towards the ceiling, side bend over. And then bring it back to center, arm comes forward and down. Here we go one more time, sending it up. Side bend over, changing the orientation of our upper body, come forward and down, reaching diagonally towards a corner across the room. And bring it back over center, side bend, rise up, bringing the arm forward and down. There we go. Okay, here we're going to relax back in our seats. Let's focus on a little breath work. Let's see if I can move this out of the way, the microphone. We're going to take our ring finger and our thumb. We're going to do alternate nostril breathing. So we'll close off, say, the right nostril, leaving the left open. Breathe in through the left. Hold for a brief moment, close off the left side, and send your breath out the right. Now we're going to breathe in through the right. Sustain the breath as you close the right, sending it over, breathing out the left, and continue in that manner, alternate nostril breathing for just a few more moments on your own. Taking your time. You can close your eyes or just soften your gaze. Bringing your awareness to the breath. Filling up your lungs as you breathe in. Just relaxing into the breath. And finish out the breath cycle. And relax your hand down. Let's gently breathe, filling up our lungs. See if you can fill up your lungs a little deeper. Breathe a little longer. Take a breath in. And then lengthen the breath as you breathe out. Bringing your awareness to breathing in and out a couple more times. And then with your arms in your hands, take a big breath with me, reaching up and out to the sides overhead. And breathe it out. And breathe it in, reaching. Breathe it out. One more time, we're going to bring our hands through to heart center in prayer. Recall the intention that you set at the beginning of class. And we're going to meditate on that for a couple of moments. And breathe. Breathe it in and through heart center one more time. And repeat after me. Peace for my body, peace for my mind, and peace always surrounding my soul. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Deborah and Tim. It's good to be back. All right. We'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. for Deborah's Guacalates. Have a good afternoon.